I'm here with Christopher Smith, one of the original directors of Huron Valley State Bank. And Chris is here to share with us some fascinating stories from the early days of the bank. Chris, thank you for being here.
Thank you for allowing me to do this,
So,
Sherry.
tell us from those early days, what was some of the best memory you had as you're opening up a bank in the community?
The best memory I have is the closeness of the personnel involved. You know, it was a small group of tightly knit people, and we all were working toward a common goal to, work toward the success of the project. So that's my favorite memory.
And so at the same time, my understanding of those early days, this is a time when banks were exiting, the housing crisis was on the cups, there was lots of things going on in the economy. What were some of the struggles that we had opening up a bank?
Probably the biggest struggle was the sluggish economy. 04 and 05 is when the auto companies really started feeling the pinch. You know, the sales were going down, there were layoffs and plant closings and so forth. So it was like 2 steps forward and 1 step back. Next struggle was in 08 when the collapse actually happened. You know, the housing market fell apart and the banks started closing, merging, and so on. But it was a struggle, but it was fun.
What was the community's response when we came into this great area?
I think the community's response primarily was disbelief. We had 3 banks in town on Main Street area, and the general feeling was, why do we need a 4th bank? And our response is, we need a local bank. You know, you have national banks, you have regional banks and so forth, but you don't have a community bank in town. And we showed them what a community bank was, and what we could do, and why it was important to have a community bank. And ultimately, the feeling grew and grew that people wanted to be part of the Huron Valley State Bank project and move their accounts over. And it helped that a lot of the bigger banks and so forth were shutting down branches and laying off employees and so forth. And they really didn't want to deal with small loans that we were able to handle. We gave friendly customer service. We greeted our customers by name when they came into the bank. And it was just a pleasant experience to be involved with Huron Valley State Bank.
And that's still part of who we are, is friendly customer service, greet our customers by name. The cookies, back then it was, we bought cookies from Milford Bakery, then we're back to making our own cookies.
Yeah.
So
Customer focused, community based.
Yes,
that's our motto.
That's our motto, tried and true all these years.
Yeah.
Well, last but not least, what else would you like to share with us?
It's been an exciting ride, and I'm tremendously proud that I was part of the experiment of Huron Valley State Bank. I look back and see how things have evolved and changed over the years. You know, in 2005, we never heard the term internet security. It just wasn't a big problem at that time. Now everybody's concerned about it because of the possible ramifications. And you didn't have all of the Bank Secrecy Act regulations and the other regulations that go along with operating a financial institution. But as I said, it's just been a tremendous ride, and I'm glad I was part of it. But this April, it came time for me to step back and let the rest of the board take over and continue to run the bank and just sit on my laurels.
Chris, we are ever grateful for your time, your commitment, and dedication, the legacy you've left, and letting the future regime carry forward. Thank you for coming in today. Our employees are going to truly love hearing about the early days of the bank and some of these stories, and we're grateful.
It's been my pleasure, Sherry. I appreciate you asking me.